All right, there we are. Good evening, everyone.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah,
I'm hearing myself. Echo back.
Oh, from me?
From you.
Sorry, you shouldn't be now. Or do you should now. I turned you down a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good now.
Okay, maybe I need to put my headphones on. Hello, Sandy. She's like, what the heck?
What the heck?
I will feast upon your entrails.
Yeah. People are acting like Corey sounds strange. It sounds normal to me. What are y'all talking about? Do I need to check my audio settings or something?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. That's
feel better now? You got
there's something in my throat. I don't know what it was.
Huh.
I think it was, like a hairball maybe.
Yeah. Maybe the blood of innocence or something. MLiG 2, Corey's counterattack.
I was wearing this hoodie and Try's like, oh, they send you one?
Yeah.
Because apparently they sent Game Day one. No, I bought this for my wife for her birthday in 2021. And then my kids got one for Christmas. And then recently my wife went and gave blood and they gave her another one. And I get a kick out of it because they call it a wearable blanket.
I mean, is that an accurate description?
I mean, I don't know. It's just like a gigantic hoodie.
I
wouldn't say it's a wearable blanket, but I'll tell you one thing. It is, if you're feeling cold, like this is the answer.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I the only context I've ever seen or heard of this was on Dave's stream, like back in December or something like that.
Oh, that's crazy to me.
So
I guess like I can understand that because I only just saw it through like Instagram ads. So whatever.
So anyway,
I'm real curious how this is going to go.
So first of all, this cart is like significantly bigger than I thought it would be. I got the Luigi version, of course.
Were you expecting like a Matchbox car or something?
Well, so I've got I think my cousin gave it to me, like this Mario. It's actually a Luigi and a cart. I think it was like Mario Kart 7 or something like that. It was like a McDonald's toy or a Wendy's toy or something like that. Mm-hmm. And like, just for whatever reason in my head, like these were that size, but this is much bigger than a Happy Meal toy.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know, like how would I describe the size of this? It's like, it's like not that much smaller than the Switch. Like just in terms of like its footprint.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
My kids really wanted one, and they seem to fluctuate in price by about $40 pretty regularly.
Yeah, I've seen it on sale before, and I've definitely thought about it for a long time. Mm-hmm. I was unsure how it would work on the carpet, but I actually tested it out earlier today, and like on my carpet at least, it's like not a super thick pile or anything, and I vacuumed it to make sure there was no like dog hair and stuff in it.
Yeah,
it actually runs surprisingly good on the carpet. So I don't think there's a problem with that. So anyway, they had it like they listed like a bunch of Mario games that were on sale for March 10th, Mario Day.
Yeah.
This was literally the only one I didn't have. And so that was like, That was like, I guess I fell victim to advertising.
Yeah. Well,
It
I mean,
actually
I'm
worked
surprised
on
you didn't
me.
have one sooner. And
Huh?
I feel like I'm surprised you didn't have one sooner. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before you get the other one.
I don't know. I'm
I
a
don't know.
Luigi man.
You are like exactly the kind of mark for something like that. I think like it's once you drive it around, you'll be like, oh, this
I
is
mean,
pretty cool.
I only like tinkered around the tutorial a tiny bit. I didn't even finish the tutorial. I just wanted to make sure it would like work on the carpet. Because like if I have the Switch docked over here, the picture and signal like breaks up pretty bad if it gets like off into the hardwood out there. So it really does have to be played near the Switch, which obviously you could play it handheld.
Yeah, you got to run after it though.
But yeah, and that wouldn't work for the stream. So I was like, well, I want to see if it'll work. If it'll work here. So anyway, let's see what we can do with this.
Does it look like it could probably take a lot of abuse?
I mean the
Like, what if you drove it off the stairs and it fell? Well, I guess you have like the walkway at the bottom of the stairs. So if it was like hitting carpet on the bottom, I wonder how that would go.
yeah. I mean, I
I'm not
would not
gonna do
abuse it. Would it survive your kids? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a toy, so it's probably designed, with rambunctious kids in mind.
Yeah.
What one small disappointment. I don't know why I assumed this, but like I just thought it had like a physical like a game case with a game card in the box. But like the first thing you see when you open it is just a piece of paper that says, "Step 1, go to the eShop and download this free app." So this Mario Kart Live Home Circuit app is it's free.
All right. There was $5 from Dad1153 saying, "Is this MLiG or To Catch a Predator?" I assume,
Dad 1153. Why don't you take a seat?
Oh, that might be a little loud.
Oh, don't take it outside.
Huh?
It says use it indoors only.
Oh yeah. I wonder why that is. I guess just for safety, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it detects you? You have the Luigi one, so it puts Luigi in front there.
Well, I mean, it knows. It knows that it's a Luigi. I mean, I'm sure that this sends a signal to the console that says, "Hey, I'm a Luigi." So actually how you pair it, you turn it on, there's a button on the right side here. Sandy's actually very interested in Toad on screen right now.
Until you start driving that
so
around,
it'll automatically pair
eating it.
if it's paired before. Which it did. What it does is it just puts a big QR code on screen and you just hold the cart up at the screen and it pairs
it's
that
got
way.
that camera on it.
Oh, look at Sandy looking at the TV. This is what she does when interesting things happen on Sandy. It's a Luigi. She saw this moving around earlier. She was curious. Oh, good. It looks like it's starting me off where it was before. She's very interested in Lakitu. Okay, so I went ahead and set up the gates. You're breaking up bad. Are you there? You're frozen.
Um,
Yeah, Corey's frozen. I don't know what happened to Corey. What is it doing, Sandy?
am I back?
Yeah, there you
I
are.
don't know why that happened. I don't know. You were breaking up really bad. I don't know if it was me.
So my understanding is the way that this connects to the Switch is a Wi-Fi related thing. But I think it's just Wi-Fi direct to the cart. I don't think it's over the network. So maybe it's possible this is using a lot of bandwidth or something.
Yeah, that seems.
So now I guess I create my course. Oh, cool! It actually like sees. So do you see that?
Yeah. I see that.
That arrow thing.
Yeah.
So that's actually like a piece of cardboard that I have sitting there, and it's like got the glowing overlaid on it. So that's cool.
So it looks for certain things, or did it tell you to put it there?
I mean, I just put it there because it was in the package, and so I just I set up the gates before the stream. So let's see what happens here. It feels like it's moving maybe a little rough on the carpet, but it's going. Whoa!
Oh, fresh meat.
Poor connection.
There's 2 pounds from JL saying, wanted me to say,
Fresh meat.
So here is my
classic butcher. Oh, that butcher. It's not software for voice. It's just like a effect on my mixer. What's kind of funny is so I can do that, but then I can change the pitch. So I can start like this.
So I start like this.
But I can go all the way up to this. So, I mean, we could do the stream like this entirely.
No, that's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I could do 2 different characters.
Whoa! Oh, I went over the. So I raised up the microphone cord with that tripod. That's why that tripod's there, and I ran into it. Oh man, it's got a bad connection when it goes behind the couch. Unfortunately.
So it's probably asking to kind of chase it a little
probably.
bit. Or there's just too much wireless stuff happening in the house.
I think that's a good bit of it. Can we consider this the room tour video?
You should do the whole thing like this.
Oh, I ran into the gate. Oh man, yeah, the connection when it gets behind the couch is really bad.
which sucks because it's not that far from you. It's like actually almost closer to you when it's behind the couch than it would be.
Yeah, like the connection is so bad. Sandy's like looking at like, why is it being done?
I like it looks like I like that everything is like all breaking up, but Luigi is still completely clear. So it just looks like he's driving through compression. What can we call this course? Compression coast.
Compression coast. Sandy. Sandy, I'm sorry it bumped into you. I can't control it very well when it's behind the
See,
camera.
I would love to see how Nelly was with us because I feel like Nelly would love this, but she'd probably like this might be the perfect way for my kids to to play with Nelly and not have to get up.
Oh, didn't do so good, Sam.
Bitrate Bay. That's a good one. It's like,
Bitrate Bay. Sure.
oh
So I know
man,
you can like
Psycho Fox.
equip your. Oh, I get equipped. I get the big scoop cart.
Ooh, the big the big scoop.
Ooh, big.
Lossy Lagoon.
Lossy Lagoon.
Lag Lagoon.
Well, look how all the confetti lays on my carpet.
Oh, I like that.
I do wonder if it would, if it would play better behind the couch if I wasn't streaming. Because like I know there's.
I like that the steam comes out of that. Steam train.
See, it's actually
there-
not controlling that well, like even here. So I feel like a lot of it could just be too much bandwidth.
There's $5 from Eric Reimers. Thank you. Saying, I just got my hand-me-down Dreamcast from my uncle with a few games like Hydro Thunder and Sega Rally 2. Good vibes. Sending good vibes for everyone's pickups. That's a good combination right there. Sega Rally 2, that's one of, if I saw that, I would probably get it. Like I definitely regret not buying that. Although I was just at the new location for Arcade Legacy yesterday, and somebody traded in almost a complete collection of Dreamcast stuff, and I didn't even think to look for. Oh, you're supposed to like try to take a bite out of it. But I should have looked for Sega Rally 2. There was a sealed Typing of the Dead in there, and I'm like, oh man, how much is that? But I have a loose copy of that. That's one of the only loose copy games that a disc-based game that I have.
You want to do a very very low quality tour here?
Yeah. Really quick though, there was also $1.99 from Madonna Sheehy.
Oh, thank you.
Saying super chat for Sandy for being a very brave girl.
Very brave.
I'm only gonna overuse that tonight, and then that'll be it. There was also $2 from Kelly saying Sandy has absolutely earned her paw tips tonight. Sandy's like, I'm gonna eat this thing when you don't know, when you're not looking.
Well, what she's going to do is eat the gates because they're made of cardboard. You 100%. Get a little bit
But
of
now
taste for
I kind of want to
cardboard.
see how much these are at Target now. It's just like I don't need to buy them, but I feel like my kids would like love this, and the dog would love this.
It's pretty cool. It's too bad that it seems to be a problem while streaming because it was working fine just in the living room yesterday. But it's really meant to be played in handheld mode, I think.
Yeah.
And
you can't do that.
And I can't do that to stream, so it's obviously more fun streaming. And you've probably got a lot better spaces to actually play it. But
yeah.
But it's a neat little thing. I don't know if there's anything to like I don't know if this is anything to call unfinished on my backloggery or not. Like what do you even do?
JLight82 brings up a good point that can't believe that Corey hasn't used that filter to say
Chubbins.
Can I just set that right there?
Chubbins. Chubbins.
Give me that chubbins.
Anyway, here, why do I mean, I'll try to speak up. I'll be a little ways from my microphone, perhaps, but like, so up front.
I think it's funny because that monitor, that ultra wide, it almost looks like a supersized Xbox Series X, the way that it's in there.
Oh. So this over here is like it's like my streaming cabinet. And I've got all these different elements that I need for streaming. Including the camera.
We're not going to be able to see anything. It's like we're losing it a little bit.
And see, I can just close the doors and it's all hidden away. So I just open it when I need it. And there's all my monitors. And like here in the front, I've got things that I like need to plug controllers into. So you know, for those that don't know, I changed things several like 2-3 years ago to where all of my analog output stuff is upstairs and all of my digital output stuff is down here. So in the middle are modded consoles. Oh, wait, Luigi.
I didn't. When did you bring down that PC monitor? That PC monitor that's there.
What about it?
I was just like, when did you put that down there?
A few months ago. It was in the background for the games we played.
Oh.
So anyway, like things that need controllers connected, like, you know, the N64 digital, PS1 digital, Dreamcast digital, GameCube with Kirby. That's my Jamix Mister. And normally the high def NES goes there, but it's upstairs right now for Analog Frontiers Part 4. And then like over there I've got other things, PS5, and then over there's the Switch and the Xbox stuff and the Wii and the Wii U. The PS3 is under the PS5. But yeah, this that monitor, like, I mean, it's not that useful, honestly, really, but you know, like I can have the Mister on it, so.
I just feel like that board that it's sitting on looks like
flimsy?
really, like almost looks like it's bowing a little bit, or is it not?
It's not. It's good. It's good. I was worried about the weight, but it all seems good. It's not bowing. It's an IKEA thing, which I mean wouldn't necessarily. You know,
It looks like like it's for shoes, like a shoe rack.
No, it's technically it's a nightstand, but I mean it's got like all these like screws in the side. I mean it's solid. I mean it's real wood. I mean unlike most IKEA things, it's not like it's just particle board.
It's not like particle board.
No, it's wood, solid wood. Over here, I have the less useful consoles. Like, you know, last gen Xbox, last gen PlayStation. You know, they're there if I need to capture something from them, but...
I'm just dying at the amount of like steam coming out of that. It's like Luigi's getting more excited. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna show me the old consoles now." He's getting real excited about it.
But like, so the systems over there are like, you know, they're hooked up, but you know, I can play those same games better with these systems, right? With the exception of there's the PS TV there. But so what I've actually done over here, see how there's the PlayStation camera out there, and there's also this little tiny sound bar that's not that great. soundbar for a while. Well, what I did was I put that there with the camera there so that, I mean, I know it's just PSVR 1, but I've actually got the PSVR 1 cord run under there and stored it that underneath. So if I want to play PSVR 1 games, I can stand here, and I've got the camera, and I've also got the sound coming from the correct direction. You know, because I didn't want to set up keep the camera set up here, you know, for, you know, old PSVR 1, but I wanted to be able to easily use it if I wanted to. So I thought instead of having the camera up front here, I'll just put it over here, and then I'll put something over here, like that sound bar that I don't use anymore. I can put that there so that the sound comes from the correct direction.
It's just, you know, seeing you in the camera, in your main camera, like just hold like the Luigi. I mean, it wouldn't be cool if that monitor, you like open it up and it's like one of those Xbox Series X mini fridges.
Well, look how crazy the compression is. It's like, it's kind of awesome looking. It's a complete mess, right? I mean, just look at that.
Yeah. I gotta catch up on super chats here. There was Joshua Humming has been a member for 40 months. 40, and really wants me to turn up the pitch so that I can say
Pooty! Pooty!
That's kind of
Oh, that Pooty, that crazy Pooty. Love that Pooty.
all right. Thank you.
that's
And JLight82 had $2 through super chat saying, here's for that Chubbins, worth every penny.
Chubbins.
Thank you. And there's also $5 from Nana Cheesecake saying, now I'm imagining this being used to do gaming room tours on a track. It'd be a lot of fun. Also, happy Sunday. I mean, I feel like something like that could be, you know, that'd be a fun way to do it.
Well, I mean, it's definitely kind of neat, but streaming seems to not be the way to do it because I didn't have problems when I was testing it this morning until I went like off into the dining room where it was way far away. So it's too bad it's not very stream friendly, but
Yeah.
I knew that wouldn't entertain us for the entire stream. So that's why I was like, well, what would I want to play on the Switch other than that? And I thought, you know what? Chrono Cross, it's a strange pairing, I know. But like Chrono Cross just got that update.
Let's see. Yeah, see. I've never even played it. So
And I thought,
I mean, I played the original.
oh, well, of course. But I just thought, you know, like, I know, like, I've already got it in my head, like, I just own this to own it. And
Yeah.
also because it's a physical Super Nintendo Radical Dreamers.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, you know what? Like, I'm never going to be like, oh yes, this is like, I'm going to replay Chrono Cross on this version. Like, I would go back to the PS1 version. But I was like, you know what? Why don't I just stream it?
Was that Force Border? That's a Force Border, it looks like.
It's looking like it. Were there any options on that main menu?
I didn't even look. I didn't look.
Also, this is that is not running smooth in the back. Like, whenever this text is overlaying, the frame rate on the
Like, yeah, I see it.
You
Like,
see
jump.
that? The frame rate's going like tanks when this text overlays. Wow.
Oh, jeez. There was a $10 from Andy64. Thank you, with a very good question, and a question that I love to answer. is, hey guys, in your view, what are the best and worst looking mainstream consoles ever made? To me, the best is the N64 and the worst is the PS5. I'm looking forward to a redesigned PS5 Slim. I totally agree that the PS5 is my least favorite mainstream console design. It's just obnoxious.
It's down there. And not only is it like it's so annoying, like to move and to use anywhere, or like I have mine horizontal, which I actually prefer how it looks horizontal versus vertical. And if I ever am like plugging something into the back or something, like the stand does not hold it very securely when it's horizontal. And that's annoying. It's an annoying design. I'll tell you what what else I don't like though is the Master System 2.
Yeah, Master System 2.
Master System 2 is pretty bad. Master System 1.
Master System 1
great.
is okay. I just wish the Master System 1 wasn't so big. It's just like it's like really awkwardly. It's a really awkward length. But I do think that the best is the
really
the Model 1 Genesis and coupled with a Model 1 Sega CD. That's my favorite. But if I need to pick something else, like if I needed to pick something else, like towards the bottom, I would say that the US Super NES is like not great.
I've never understood the hate of the US.
I mean, I don't have a hate for it, but I mean, it's like when you compare it to the Super Famicom looks amazing. It just like
I mean, I like both US and Japanese systems for that, and I've never felt that the whoa. What?
Is it just like over? Is it too loud?
But no, you
like
you
it's
hear
crackling.
that?
Yeah, it sounds like it's like
it's like
it's
just
way
for
too
this
high.
like FMV, the HD Rumble is just like
oh man, I
going
hate
nuts.
HD Rumble. I've I've begun to like really hate HD Rumble because it's just so loud all the time.
It's never like that for me.
I also I really don't care for the original Xbox that much either.
Yeah.
But if I'm like picking like other like stuff that I do like, you know, I mean, I say Genesis Sega CD, but also I think the, you know, especially the white Japanese Saturn is a favorite. I think the GameCube is pretty amazing.
GameCube is definitely a contender for the top in terms of just system aesthetics.
Yeah.
Also like the PS1 a lot.
Yeah, PS1 is. Are you saying like the original?
Yeah, I mean original.
One, or are you saying the PSONE?
The PSONE is okay, but the basic model, yeah. I like the Dreamcast a lot.
Yeah, Dreamcast is nice.
And of course, the NES is like where my heart is. Like, you know, original front loader. That's that's
so.
where my
Since
heart
this like it doesn't really make sense. I'm gonna ask you this because like I had this written down for the podcast that I do with Chris, and I feel like you're a better recipient for this
than Chris.
So this is a impromptu edition of Does It Slap or Should We Eat It? Okay. Hopefully Chris doesn't mind, but you know, this is impromptu. We do a segment on the on our podcast called "Here's My Question for You," called "Does It Slap or Should We Eat It?"
Yeah.
So I give you 3 things, and you got to keep one, but you got to get rid of 2. Okay.
I keep one, but gotta get rid of 2. Gotcha.
Yes. So okay, I'm gonna play the theme. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Does it slap? Does it slap?
All right. So, 1, matte black.
For a second, I thought you were talking about like some like musician or something. I'm like, who the heck is Matt Black? Why do you think I'm a better person to ask about Matt Black?
No, matte black.
MATTE Black.
Yes. Okay. NES gray.
Ooh.
And wood grain.
Ooh. Ooh. Now, are we talking about consoles specifically, or just like for?
No, just like in general.
In general.
Yes.
Would choosing this also like increase the prevalence? Well, the thing that we keep, does it like increase the prevalence of it?
No, I mean
I
they
guess
don't disappear. You just can't have anything in your life that are those things.
Oh, it's not just me. It's or
it's just
it's
like
not
in
the
your
whole
life.
world. It's just me.
Yes, it doesn't get rid of all this stuff, but you could never have, like, if you got rid of wood grain, you would no longer be allowed to have anything wood grain, like in your house or in your life.
I mean, could if I got rid of like NES gray, like would I be forced to like mod all of my systems to have like custom shells?
Yes.
So there's a consideration of like, on one hand, there could be a lot of effort expended here, but the other side of it is like if I weren't like considering like, oh gosh, I wouldn't want to get rid of this thing I have, or I wouldn't want to take the effort to modify it.
Well, it would just happen.
Oh, it
You
would
wouldn't
happen.
have
There
to
wouldn't
like
be
make
effort.
the effort
So, like,
to do it. It
like
would just
if-
happen. You'd go to bed one night.
If I got
and
rid
it'd
of
be gone.
NES gray, then all of a sudden my NES would either be wood panel or matte black or some other color.
Yes.
Okay, so there's no effort part of the equation.
Right.
I mean, I would easily get rid of matte black because I would be thrilled for each and every single device that I own that is matte black or glossy black for that matter. I would get rid of glossy black way before matte black. But like if all of my consoles that have matte black on them were just all of a sudden either NES
But I mean,
gray.
it's just not consoles. It's like, do you have other things in your house?
Oh, sure.
that are matte black?
Sure. But like the consoles are the only ones that I would even care about like what they look like, right?
Okay.
In terms of these aesthetics anyway. I mean, in terms of like matte black. Like if I have things that are not video game systems that are matte black, I'm not caring about them right now. But if every system I have that is matte black became NES gray or wood grain, it would be like an immediate upgrade for every single one.
Okay.
That would be an immediate upgrade. So getting rid of matte black is easy.
Okay.
But then the last two, that's that is tricky. Like wood grain would have a major impact on my furniture.
Yeah. And like entire rooms in your house.
Like when you say wood grain, like if
like anything wood grain, like any like the wood grain that you like.
but like if it was like real solid wood and not just like artificially like applied wood grain, does that still count? Like I can't have any like any wood that
doesn't
looks
count
like
because
that,
the wood, like,
outwardly
the furniture's
looks
just
like
made
it.
out of wood.
Huh?
Like I'm talking like the wood grain that's like on the Atari 2600 and that's like in your upstairs room like because that's just paneling. Like that's
Right. But if something was real wood,
that's fine.
that's fine.
If it's straight up just wood, that's fine.
That's fine. I mean, I love wood grain on. Now, if I'm just talking about game systems again, also look at this awful red glow and how this is upscaled under the.
Someone's saying you should play it in the original mode, and it gets rid of the filter.
So, do I have to do that from the main menu? I was wondering about that.
Probably.
I was actually going to talk to Lena here, and then go to the save point. Or actually, I think I can just. Man, the upscaling is so rough. I don't especially like the new character portraits either. I mean, they're okay, but I think the originals are better. Like, I don't know, it's almost like the lower resolution, like, left enough gaps in it for, like, your mind to, like, fill in what their expression was. And then when you see it in higher resolution, it doesn't quite match the expression that the character had on their face that you imagined back in the day.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I think that the actual portraits look decent.
I mean, they look decent, but they look good. Don't get me wrong. They're good. I just think I prefer the originals.
Yeah. So there was somebody who said, I don't think the name of Does It Slap or Should We Eat It is going to age well. And that's exactly the point.
Because like you're not even the demographic for using those words anyway.
Yeah.
So you
like
just,
the whole
you're being old men appropriating these young folks' words, and that's what's funny
about it. We mean it
about
to sound stupid that we're using it.
So how like is there any way to like quit back out to the main menu other than just like closing the game, I guess?
Maybe.
But anyway, gosh, man, it's tough. I would. I mean, if I had like
choice.
If I had some, oh man.
I'm gonna start counting down here.
If I were just talking about video game consoles, I would get rid of wood grain. Because I feel like all of these systems that
But I'm not just talking about wood grain. I'm just talking about your entire life.
Oh, man.
I mean, you'll go to bed and that room would be like just painted some other color.
Man, it's a tough call. Like, if it was just video game consoles, I would keep NES gray. Because all of the, and I would yeet wood grain. But if it's like my entire life,
yes, I mean that's the whole point. Is that
if it's everything, whew, man, wood grain would be hard to give up. It'd be hard to give up because I really don't like when you look at IKEA furniture. Like usually you've got like a wood grain or wood-ish color option, and then you've got like a black, a white, and maybe like a gray that I don't like. I could live with some of my game consoles, even the NES, just becoming a wood grain effect for the sake of keeping wood grain elsewhere in my life. Wood grain would be hard to give up. So I would hate to get rid of...
James Boone is killing me. James Boone says my man's going to have a midlife crisis from this question. I've been dying at that since he posted up.
This is is a serious question for me. I mean, the matte black is whatever, but like NES gray and wood grain like cuts at the core of everything that I am, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me, matte black is an easy slaps. I'd eat the other two.
Really?
Just because.
Oh, I'd get rid of matte
there
black.
There is so much stuff in my life that is like matte black, and matte black goes with anything, and you can't see like the.
It's so boring though. It's fine.
It is.
It's
but
fine.
You know what? I'll take boring over like everything being like looking like a fun house. Basically.
Normal, full, or zoomed. So
Yeah,
normal must have.
I wouldn't eat anything glossy.
Let's try zoomed. See what
So are
zoomed
you
is.
eating NES Gray?
Yeah, I said I was eating NES Gray, and
All right.
I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. That's tough. Okay, I
I'm
gotta
sure
see this
release does
again.
not have the Chrono Cross problems. It has lots of other Chrono Cross problems.
It's got
They're
the
not
new
present in any other
the
version.
new Chrono Cross problem.
The new Chrono Cross problem is it looks like garbage when played on anything.
Look at this this frame rate thing is like blowing my mind when this text appears.
It's too much. The Switch can't handle it.
Like, does that not happen on PS4, I wonder? And then it's fine when it goes away. And then it's just like, nope. I guess it's 15 frames per second. Like, I'm saying the original. Like,
You know.
it's just 15 frames per second. This shouldn't
Well,
be
that
high.
text is higher resolution. The thing is like I wonder if they had to strategically edit the video because the text was burnt in on it.
Oh, I wonder if you're right. Maybe that's what happens. But, there's got to be a version with English and a version with Japanese. So
Maybe it doesn't exist anywhere though now.
It may not exist anymore, but at some point in the original production, they did have access to, change the text.
Yeah, I mean maybe they just had like they have to freeze frame it before the text comes up, and then they can.
Oof! Look at that. Press any button.
I'm gonna wait.
It's it's a pixel font, but it's not attractively implemented. Oof. This looks like baby's first. I'm gonna make a retro text.
Jeez.
And so wait,
And
I
you
told
can't
it,
remove that border. Like that's.
I told it to zoom,
That
and
annoys me
it's
so
not
much about Final
zoomed.
Fantasy 9 on the Switch is you can't do that either.
So this border didn't go away. Ooh. Now it's got, I think, the original faces, but they're AI upscaled, and they look they look bad.
What's worse? Pick your
Oh
poison, I
gosh,
guess, right?
this has got to be worse, right? Let's talk to Lena again. Oof! Oh no! I mean, so, however, though, so wait, we do have pixelated backgrounds now. So we've got pixelated backgrounds now. But now we've got AI upscaled faces that look horrendous. The text.
I think the text is way more egregious than the AI upscale.
The text does not look good. Like I can't recall if the original text is like if it's based on the original text or if it's just it's jankily scaled though. If it is based on the original text, I don't. What does the menu look like? Ooh, yeah, the text just looks terrible. Oh, now they did update the battle models. So this is like, I suppose, the original model. There's like a blinking triangle on his weapon there. Oof.
Thank God they did that.
Oof. Okay, so like,
Like a
what is? Wait,
I see the.
if I got into
the-
like slow-mo mode somehow? Oh, okay. Look at slow-mo mode here.
What?
What's the point of this?
They were like,
They just didn't know what to do. They just didn't know what to do.
they were like, I feel like they were all on drugs and just said, listen, let's just do whatever we feel like, like let's put a bunch of work in, but also put like the wrong kind of work into it all the time. They're like, wouldn't it be so funny if we remastered this beloved game that everyone wants and we just did everything in the worst possible way?
Oh man, look at the edges like around Mom's face here. Like around the bandana and like on the front and back of the bandana at the edge of her hair. Like it is a displeasing transition to transparency. No, this is I mean, the modern mode has its problems, but on balance, I hate to say it, but I would take the AI. Why are the faces AI? Why do we AI upscale the faces in classic mode? This makes no sense. Also, okay, just for the sake of completeness, or maybe zoom doesn't work in classic mode. Let's try this. This is, oh man, this is. I went in. I tried to go into this stream with an open mind about this remaster here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm never going to really play this version, but hey, let's give it a fair shake.
I think you should play all the way through it. Just to say you gave it a chance.
I'm trying. So like that zoom does nothing unless possibly in battle. Can I recruit Poshul yet?
Gara Schneider saying you should play an even crappier remaster like the Grandia one. It was bad enough I refunded it on Steam the night I played it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean the reason to own this is you wanted to have like an English version of Radical Dreamers.
Exactly. That's what I think.
Did they like remaster or do anything to the music?
I can't remember, but I mean, I've turned the volume down a bit, but I don't think so. I mean, like, that's like the main aspect of this game that, okay, now here's our 60 frames per second battles. I kind of like the text that they've used outside of battle, and in battle, this text doesn't look that good to me. Now, did you hear the bit about how with this update, the battles run at 60 frames per second, except on Switch, the final battle runs at 30. But I remember, which kind of makes sense because I remember on PS1, it
chugs because you're like underwater, right?
There's just like a bunch of like effects going on and stuff. I don't really remember everything, but see, always the problem with what is this @ symbol on these items for? What?
That's their Twitter handles.
What? Why is that?
That.
There.
So you can check out see what they're posting about. Maybe the fangs and the other stuff have. I don't know. I have no idea if the Elevator Action Returns S Tribute is a good port. I hope that it is, because I hope that eventually it's going to get we'll get a physical release. But I'm unsure about the S Tribute stuff, because the Cotton ones had like crazy input lag. But hopefully they've improved, because I really want to get Elevator Action Returns, and the Saturn version is way out of my price range.
As much as this game is, an easy contender for, best soundtrack of all time, the regular battle theme is pretty lousy.
I don't think that Mitsuda is very good at battle themes.
I like his.
I
like his boss battle themes, but yet Chrono Trigger's
general battle
Chrono Trigger's
themes,
regular
not that
battle's
great
not
of
that great either.
There was $8 from Junko 988.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Asking a question saying, hey guys, what is something in gaming that you have a love-hate relationship with? For me, it's the Dreamcast controller. Video signals.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Internal save files on consoles, I guess.
How about modern features like HDR and variable refresh rate, because capturing them is a big pain in the butt. And in some cases not even possible. They're nice to have, but they also really cramp your style when you like to record what you're playing or stream what you're playing, right?
Yeah.
So they're good features to have, but I almost resent having access to them because I can't always use them.
Yeah. How about just Bluetooth in general? I think
Bluetooth is such a pain in the butt.
But I mean, it seems like the Blue Retro is really, really fast, and if that just works pretty seamlessly, I haven't got the N64 dongle yet for it. I'm excited to try that. But I mean, just Bluetooth in general is kind of a pain in the butt. What else? I just digital downloads probably in general, maybe on older systems, but hopefully, eventually, digital games you won't be cut off from them in the future, but I don't know. I think that it could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, updates. That's a good point. Updates.
Yeah,
Although, it's funny because didn't we say that about the PS3 generation? We used to feel like the updates were so annoying, but now when you kind of go back to them, it's holy cow, they're some of them are less than 10 megs usually.
Yeah, well, I mean, people complained about having to update the PS3 every time they turned it on. And I think part of that was just people being, lol, PS3 no games, because that's how people thought of the system for a number of years there. And they were just, kind of re-emphasizing lol, no games on PS3, because every time I turn it on, it has an update because it's been so long since I turned it on. I used my PS3 extremely frequently during this day.
Yeah. I think in general, updates are very good, especially, you see something like this.
I'm glad good, but I I prefer developers to have the grit and gumption to do it right
And
the
I think
first
that
time.
happens more often than not. these days.
I mean, you're absolutely right. It does, and I've said it many times that I think people think back too much to the PS3 days where about half games launched in a pretty broken state for a while there, and the code on the discs was often not very good. And even though games these days do often get a lot of updates, and some things can even have fairly dramatic improvements, I think that I remember there's something about blocking that creature, but games generally launch in a pretty good state to where like the code on your disc, is for preservation purposes is pretty good, right?
Push it down there. Push it down.
Huh?
Can't you push it in the water?
I don't know. It was behaving weirdly. I'll go back and check.
It's broken. Patch that.
But anyway,
But I mean, updates. So there was a big update for Streets of Rage 4 that added something like over 500 improvements recently.
Wow. Well, like, I don't know. Like, I like the idea too that the game just is what it is, and like, when people are aware of the quirks that exist in a game on N64 or whatever. Like for example, like Ocarina of Time, it does have a few different ROM versions, but there's like a very limited number of differences between any versions of the game. Whereas now when people discuss like, particular quirks in a game or something, those could change or they could go away or something. They aren't this like universal thing. Oh, okay. I was able to push it. I guess it's gonna make that come up. It's been a long time since I played this.
So Rears the Blood was asking what was the video that I was working on. So that'll be out in like next couple days. Is the video on the Anbernic handheld, and I know that like I've been talking about it forever. So the reason it's just taken a while is because I've been spending a lot of time getting things set up here that I can actually make videos, like shoot videos very quickly if I wanted to, and I plan on it. I set up like a multicam system. Mm-hmm. It's this thing right here. This thing. This is the 353 M. The video is going to be like about 25 minutes. And I mean, it's like the way I shot it is very casual. Like the way I'm just kind of speaking. I'm actually like the way that I filmed it is like I'm just talking to the camera like right here. So this is like the view that you see. But you don't see the microphone is not in the shot. And that should be out next couple days.
And I kind of may have set up where I can kind of be like that as well. Not the multicam thing, but like the camera angle
like something
at your office desk.
Yeah. Mr. Dots, I'm not sure if I'm going to call it a short, but like the thing is I don't want it to be like, you know what? Honestly, it probably doesn't matter at this point. I can just put the normal intro on it and just like, that's just the way it is. It's just like a lot more casual. It's kind of like, hey, like, here's what I tried. Here's some different things about it and just kind of talking about it. And it doesn't have all the answers, like there's not like, it's not like a deep dive. But I think that's okay. I think it's okay that, like, if I want to do more stuff like that, and I do, because I mean, that's the reason I've, like, put this whole thing together is so that I can, like, do that kind of stuff, like, more often, just because it's fun. But, I mean, who knows? Like, I just, like, honestly, like, it's just better doing that than not releasing anything.
Yeah.
But there's that, and there's also there is going to. I'm doing a follow up to the ROM hacks video that should be out like the first by the 5th of April, because we signed up to do a sponsorship for that one, and we they want to have it go out by the 5th.
Sponsorship about ROM hacks, but just
no, it's not. It has nothing.
You know, just a regular...
I mean, when we do like a sponsorship, we prefer it to be like kind of an episode that has no, like, hey, we were sent this thing to look at.
Right.
It's more just like fun stuff. So, I mean, in the Discord, I was asking about
Do I have what I need?
like different ROM hacks that people have, because I had a whole bunch of them left over from like the last video I did, and that was like 3.5 years ago now. So I feel like I need to, you know, like I need to refresh stuff. So that's gonna happen, and I don't know. Like I'm really gonna, if I can get this going, I'm gonna like just try to see if I can really actually release something like every 2 weeks. That is like, if I can do this and people are not like, this is like, what is this? This is not why I subscribe to this channel. You know, like if people are, you know, it is what it is. It's either that or we just go crazy. And so that is, yeah, I'm using the tomato timer. The Pomodoro method. It's been going good. But that is like, that's the whole thing. Like, it's just me talking at like to this camera, and I have, you can't really see it. I wonder if you can see it here. So I've been using this like as an overhead. I'm not sure if you can see. If I turn this, you know, I was using this. My GH6 is like overhead, and I can use my Stream Deck to kind of go back and forth between camera angles.
Oh, I think I have to fight these things. They're running away.
So, and the thing is like I was also thinking about, you know, as I was like been like getting footage and stuff for this, like what I should have been doing the whole time is like with that setup is I can like stream on the Discord doing that and record. And I'm just like, you know what? I should just like do that with other people. And just to get footage, and then I can kind of sit down and just like write out some thoughts and then elaborate on them, like in a script or like a half script or whatever. So maybe that's what I'll do. Like maybe that's what I'll do for the ROM hacks. Like maybe I will set up where I can, you know, I'll just like record and we'll hang out in the streaming channel on the Discord, and I'll record and we'll just like play a bunch of stuff and talk about them. And then I can parse my thoughts. I mean, is that like for people that are like into like are in the Discord and stuff, is that something you think sounds really fun? I mean, why not? Maybe make a couple of evenings out of it.
Sounds like zero fun.
Zero fun.
No, I'm kidding. Sounds fun.
Yeah. I mean, I've noticed the streams going on there, and it's like it's always like either I'm into something or I've like gone to bed or am like in bed. So yeah, look for the Ambernick video in the like next couple days, and hopefully this will be the last drought, because I've set up in a way.
I mean, you know, I think we just, you know, I mean, I've been thinking about it recently too. Like, you know, we need to just like, we need to pick subjects that just aren't going to make us feel so overwhelmed, because I think we've just gotten so used to feeling overwhelmed by like the scope of the things that we try to do sometimes, that like it's made it difficult for us to even just do simple things that like shouldn't be that crazy, you know?
Yeah, and I
it's
mean,
just
I think
like,
that's
we're-
kind of like where we're at, though. I mean, in terms of like the scripts that I have, like in various, like, you know, like states of completion, they're not like overwhelming. It's really what it is I just need, like, you know, I've been using the Pomodoro method where I set a timer for 25 minutes, shut off everything, and then I just start working on it. And I think that that's what's like helped me kind of just keep my head straight and just like, and not feel overwhelmed. But if I'm sitting here and I'm saying like, okay, if I'm going to like really try to release a video every 2 weeks, like that's totally doable if I'm doing, you know, a couple hours a day, honestly.
Yeah. And I need to be getting a little more on the ball with some of that consistency myself.
I mean, because, you know,
I am working on Analog Frontiers Part 3. It's just, you know, it's
Part 4.
slow and it's intimidating, and you know, it's like, whew.
But it just needs to be good.
It just needs to get done, because oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to that phase of my life of that hanging over my head
Well, I mean, it's
being done with.
yes, and I agree. But I mean, it needs to be.
It's just gotta get done.
Yeah.
Are we like, I know you said like the format of Midwest Gaming Classic is a little different from a lot of other cons. Are we doing a panel there?
You know, I thought we were supposed to, but I haven't heard anything about like timing of that yet.
Because I was thinking like if there is a panel, maybe I can like bring like a segment of Analog Frontiers Part 4 or something like that.
There you go. You should.
If we have a panel, I don't know. Because like,
Well, I
so
mean-
you said that like guests don't have.
I mean, we can have a table if we want one. I mean, we're gonna bring copies of the Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we just like walk around and we can carry them around. I don't know. Or we can have a table. I don't know.
Yeah, because we're going to bring Blu-rays to sell. But yeah, like supposedly they're more into just having, you know, guests just like walking around and mingling, you know,
Yeah.
which sounds fun too.
I have a number of super chats I gotta catch up
Oh,
on. There was $5 from Jonathan Hinson. Thank you.
thank you.
Saying, great to see you guys. First Sunday night in a long time that I've been able to catch a live stream. And Jonathan actually is like watched the first 8 minutes because he's a big Ambernick fan.
Oh yeah. I
And
actually
he
tried
watched the
one of
first
his
8 minutes. He's like, oh yeah, I like this format. He's like, he likes it. It feels kind of like a Wolf Den video, which I think is a good thing because I've been kind of watching a bit of Wolf Den, and I like his laid back approach. But he watched like the first 8 minutes and said, you know, like this is like, you know, it's not super deep dive, but it's kind of like here's some stuff that I've like noticed about it or my thoughts on it. But thank you. Great to see you here. There's also Retro YPPBR has been a member for 28 months in a row.
Wow.
Thank you. Saying, I updated my PS3 hard drive, spent hours downloading games only to have the drive fail.
Oh.
Now a lot of the titles are disappearing. And you know what? And you know what the thing is downloading stuff from your download list on the PS3 is such a pain in the butt.
Oh gosh.
It's so slow, and you got to like wait for each one to be like, you know, to come up, and then you got to hit say download in the background, and then you can only have like a certain amount going. Like I wonder if it's possible, and I've thought about doing this with my PS3 internal drive. Is if you like once you get it all set, if you do like a full backup of it, and you can like store that on like somewhere else, like that would probably be worth it if it works.
How
Andy64 has been a member for 13 months in a row.
Wow.
Thank you. Saying I rewatched the 30-day game music challenge video, and it's so good. I hope you guys tackle the subject again someday in the future in a similar format. You know, that's something I think would be really fun, because, you know, it's so long that, you know, the people that want to watch it, they'll watch it in parts and will enjoy it.
Or, you know, people who like to put stuff on the background and like long videos put on the background might just be like, oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. And
we shouldn't be afraid to do stuff like that. I think that's
I mean,
that's
the
what
thing is,
holds
like, we
us
just gotta not
back
be
from
afraid to
doing
do anything
anything at
anymore because it
all. A
doesn't
lot of the time, I think, is like we're afraid of doing things that aren't big sometimes, and we need to be okay with doing things that aren't big.
Well, the fact is that if we got to not be afraid of doing that stuff and just do stuff, because if we don't, then it's not going to matter, because we're going to be completely irrelevant. So we got to do something. Is what it really comes down to. Doesn't matter if it's big, if it's small, doesn't matter. It's got to be something. There's also $5 from Joshua Helmicky. Thank you. Saying, why not stream a port of AM2R? I think it's been completely patched to Vita these days. And that's something that I've thought about a lot too, is I would like to play that, especially since I haven't completely played through the 3DS game.
Yeah,
and
actually...
there was $10 from Robert Hernandez. Thank you. Saying there are several Twitch streamers who capture in-game footage during a stream for their YouTube content.
During what?
Taliesin and Evatel are great examples. If they can do it, you can too. And that's totally true.
Oh, like capture during streams for YouTube. Yeah, I actually set up that it feels like I should be able to force him up this way, and it's not working.
You set up a thing where you can, like, a source record or something like that.
Yeah, I was experimenting with that a couple of months ago. And I screwed up because I was using the wrong kind of I think if you use like one of the NVINC modes is broken for it and the other works fine.
Right.
Does anyone know how I capture this other lizard? Because there's no rock or anything to like block him.
I forgot you're even still here.
That
lizard?
I'm trying to. I've
there's a lizard
make that
loose.
lizard go north, but it's
run
not.
for your lives. There's a lizard. There's a lizard loose.
Maybe I jumped down on him from above.
Yeah, I can't.
That's gotta be it.
Or you know what? You could just play something else. Why don't you? You can pick some stuff that you've never booted up before.
Well, I feel like I should at least.
So you have to climb the tree and circle back down the ledge. Then you jump off the ledge.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I feel like I should get at least in a little ways so that like I've got like a save point a little ways into the game so that I can like capture footage from it that's not like just in the first town. You know?
Yeah.
Because it seems like a thing that would be useful to be able to go back to, you know. Because, as we all know, Chrono Cross has problems in its many forms. Okay, are you gonna like get closer? There we go. Oh no!
There's also $5 from TWW.
Oh,
thank you. Saying, what are your favorite underrated YouTube channels? That one's for you, Try.
I mean, you know, I always just defaulted to point to some of our friends like Game Dave and the 8-Bit Duke, but I'm not as dedicated of a YouTube watcher as Corey is. So that's
I mean, I don't
that's
watch
a you question.
a ton.
A lot more than me though. I just like I stick to a very small set. Just because, like, I'm terrible at putting things on in the background. If I put something on the background, it no longer becomes the background, becomes the foreground. I just like you know.
I mean, I put stuff on in the background all the time, but usually it's more recently than not. It's been just like shows, I guess.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I can't get something else done because I'll just start watching. That's I cannot put something on.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
don't
like, I gotta admit, like, it's as of late, I've been watching more like non-game content than game content. I have to say, like, I've been spending a lot of time watching other stuff, like not game related, and it's good. You know, it kind of gets my mind, like, refreshes my mind, I guess, for like other stuff. What was that?
That was that HD Rumble.
Oh,
Like, normally when playing with the Pro Controller, it's not like anything too intense, but in this game, it really makes it make a lot of noise.
But yeah, I mean, I've been watching a lot of like camera and video stuff and music stuff as of late. Not so much. Not a lot of game stuff. Home improvement stuff. I mean, that's just how I've been lately. Yeah, you know, like you know, there's some. I was really into like Dead Mall stuff for a little while.
Oh yeah.
What else? Yeah, but I mean, that's just kind of like how I've been. I mean, there's certain things, you know, like I've subscribed to and I like watch every once in a while, like game related. Who was she? I saw a video that she did on like different revisions of Switch games, and it's just like a really nice channel
Oh
called
yeah. You showed me that one.
Orbology. There it is. Orbology.
Yeah, you showed me that video.
Because I think that she was recommended. I saw her shared by FemTrooper, I think, and she did like a really good video on just like revisions of Switch games and like how to tell. And like, you know, that's a good way to know if you might have like some like patches on the cartridge and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, called Orbology. It's kind of hard to say. You know, but in terms of like video stuff, like video production, you know, like I enjoy a lot of Gerald Undone and DSLR video shooter. What else here? Music wise, you know, I've talked about Pat Finnerty. Been enjoying Patrick H. Willems when it comes to like movie stuff. What else? Mr. Dot says, I also pulled a try and my new hobby is just buying games.
You know what? I super randomly started playing a bit of the past couple of nights.
What's that?
This is gonna be like the absolute most random sounding game to pull out of my butt. But I got a sealed copy of this for $10 recently. I started playing Remember Me for the Xbox 360.
Oh. Interesting.
Which was like, I don't know if it
I
was
had
the
the
first
PS3
Don't
version of
Nod game, but it's the first one I was aware of. Of course, they're like more known for like narrative type games now, but this it's more like a brawler action game.
Yep, I have the PS3 version. I mean, it's
Have you played it?
yeah. I played like the intro, and
Okay,
like
yeah. I mean,
it was immediately annoyed. Like, oh, I got to rewind time and put this crime scene back together.
Oh yeah, but then
I was
like,
like,
that's literally like I think I'm like halfway through the game because it's like not a long game, and that
Yeah.
has literally happened once.
just right at the beginning of the game, right?
Yeah, like within the first hour.
Yeah.
And like that mechanic has literally not come back yet.
I do really want to say really quick that because I've been working on this Ambernick video, I've been watching a lot of Retro Game Core, who does like a lot of handheld and emulation stuff. Really, really helpful channel. And I mentioned that channel twice in this video. I randomly popped in and started playing that Anno Mutationem.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting.
It has. I played I've only played the demo, and I didn't even finish the demo. But like the visual style is really interesting.
Yeah, and it's
Like I love how it looks. Like the gameplay. Like I didn't get too deep into how it played to the extent that I saw, but like I just really like how it looks.
Well, I thought that it I didn't really know what to expect. I just I like the look of it. And so it has like these kind of like mystery sections where you can or kind of like free roaming and you can walk into the background. But when it gets into like the action parts, it becomes like completely side scroller. Is that what
yeah.
I mean, it's like only like platforming and just side scrolling only. And I was like, that's actually pretty cool. It feels like an older game in that respect, I think, in terms of, I can't believe you are still here. Is this like...
No. So, like, I went through to the other world. And so now I just have to pass through this area, and then I go back to the village.
There's $5 from Mega X6. Thank you. With no message.
Oh. Yeah, Remember Me, like, it's got some pretty decent sort of brawler combat where, like, you can kind of customize your combos to an extent in a way that kind of makes, I think, the combat a lot more deliberate. It's pretty cool. But, like, overall, like, on a scale of, like, 1 to fuse to 10, I'd say it's like, it's right at fuse.
Okay.
You know?
It's like in that you will immediately forget about it when you finish
I'll
it.
immediately, like, probably remember almost nothing about it, but it was, like, totally competent.
Yeah. Is it backwards compatible?
It is not.
That's kind of cool, though. It's probably nice playing something that's not. You're getting the original experience.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely got some frame rate chugging at times.
But
oh
what
no!
else?
Now that I've got to another world, maybe you're right. Maybe I should play something else. Should I play something else?
Yes.
I gotta say, like I already like felt a little biased against this version of the game, and I tried to go in with an open mind here. I was just like, I want to give this version a fair shake, and I mean, if you got no other option, I mean,
That's the only thing you can
it's
do.
fine. I mean, and having no other option can, also just boil down to the fact that the original version is difficult to play on modern TVs if you don't have the right tools.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is unfortunate.
There was $10 from Andy64 asking,
What are your expectations with the RetroTink 4K regarding playing 8, 16, 32-bit generation of games?
I expect
start reading all the
extremely
donations
little.
like that.
I expect extremely little to change in that regard. I expect there will be significantly more robust CRT effects and stuff like that you could take advantage of that may improve those a certain amount. But what's there on the 5X is already really good. The thing, like I am very happy with where we're at on 8 and 16-bit and 32-bit upscaling.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 4K will probably improve that a bit, but not a ton. What I'm excited about with the RetroTink 4K and any of the other upcoming scalers is HDMI. I want to take 720p and 1080p. I want to either nearest neighbor it or do some sort of other filters or, some sort of upscaling that is something that can be done that my TV can't do directly. I want to, take, like when I tried 720p with like the PS3 component video output to the RetroTink's RetroTink 5X's 1440p mode, and like I put the scan lines on it. Like it sounds so weird, but there was something so pleasing about how that looked. I think 720p with scan lines is actually going to be a really cool look. That's actually going to like enhance how 720p games look quite a bit, I think, even though you think like, oh, well, that's not era appropriate, but era appropriate TVs were bad. and as I explained in other videos, like in the projector video, like native 720p displays almost don't exist.
Yeah.
Even when they said they were 720p, like projectors are some of the few things that are actually native 720p. Or things like the Switch screen. There's not a lot of things like that are natively 720p. So I think getting creative with how to present 720p is the thing I am most excited about. But in terms of 8 and 16-bit and 32-bit, I am fully prepared for Mike to surprise me, but I'm satisfied. Like if no other retro scaling device ever came out again, I am satisfied with where we are with the RetroTink 5X. But early HD stuff can be improved a lot.
You guys hear that? Try is
Satisfied.
Well, why don't I let you all listen to this Chrono Cross music, and I guess I'll do the old games I've never booted.
all right. Having too much fun with that voice. can't. I mean, I can. I can't do fresh meat as well as the actual butcher.
Fresh meat. Not even death can save you from me.
Like that. It's just too much fun. fresh meat. It's pretty cool how it works, though. I feel like I'll
Excuse me, sir. I've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
It's so stupid, but I think it's funny to say something like real stupid things in that voice. It makes even the most stupid things sound like it's, you know, intensely evil. You know what's really funny though is I was like recording. When I was experimenting with it, I found myself kind of acting in a way that like I would not normally. So maybe that's what I need to do is I'll just use that voice. That voice will be like the voice from God in different videos where I can put on a performance. Like there's something about hiding my voice to that extent that makes me like want to like make a bigger performance out of it. Oh, I'm definitely gonna scare my kids with that at some point. I'm gonna FaceTime them. And then I'm going to just like, you know, obscure the video and just have that voice. Okay. Yeah. Real Genius, one of my favorite movies. But maybe that's what I'll start doing when I read the text of a super chat. I'll do that voice. Yeah, soundtrack in this game is one of the best ever. So I heard something about how it's all made up of samples so that the music takes up very little space in the game, and which is pretty crazy because there's a ton of music in it. But the way that he did it, Mitsuda did it, is like just using samples. Yeah, but still, like, does anybody have the problem with it? If you have an original Xbox One, does it just like turn on constantly by itself? We had some friends over on Friday night, and when friends come over and they bring their kids, you know, eventually the kids will want to play Just Dance, and I have that on my original VCR Xbox One, and it just like turns on all the time by itself. So I had to put it like on a rocker switch, but I forgot to do it, and I just heard it turn on in the other room. It's so obnoxious. And as far as like, I think it's just like a thing. It's like particles of dust on that touch sensor. I do have a Kinect. Could that be it? I mean, the Kinect won't just like turn it on, will it? Because the Kinect is set up because they were using that.
Welcome back.
So, I I actually had a hard time picking because, or actually, it should have really made it easier. But I mean, I had to look through my whole Switch shelf. Like,
What is that? What's that? What's that grimoire or something?
yeah. So I was actually going to say before I play some of the games I brought down, why don't I actually try these 2 demos that I downloaded? I download Grimoire Once More demo, which I've never played Grimoire before.
Oh, don't play Syriza and the Lost Demon. That showed up today, and I didn't even know it was out.
Yeah,
I was like,
it came out Friday, I
what?
think.
I mean,
So
I
you
guess it shows how much I've been paying
you don't
attention.
want to see it.
No, I don't really like. I only watched like little bits of the trailer. I can't tell
So
you.
you want to go
I
in
cannot
totally
tell you a
blind.
single thing about it. Except for that it has a young Bayonetta in Cheshire in it, and like I didn't even realize it was coming out, and it's. I was very surprised to get that, and also was the Trails from Azure, the that came out too. I had both of those apparently pre-ordered, and they just came out, and I had no idea that they were being released.
Well, let's try Grimoire Once More, because I have no clue if this is the game I would like very much or not. Like, Vanillaware games always intrigue me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'll get this, but I mean, if there's going to be a PS5 version, I'll get that version.
Sure, I just downloaded the Switch demo because I was looking at what... Because Switch is like by far the easiest system to find demos on.
I see.
Like, and I was just looking, like, it's so accessible to look at to go with the search, go games and demos, and it's like, oh, there's a demo for this. Oh, there's a demo for this.
I mean, they are remaking Princess Crown, aren't they? Which is like their first game.
I can't remember if I heard that or not. Is
that would be
correct?
the last one that they need to do? I think this was originally like it's a PS2 or is it PSP?
This was PS2. I mean, there might have been versions on other systems, but I want to say like this and Odin Sphere like released in like the same month, which is kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, those were their first games. Like, Princess Crown was like before the founding of Vanillaware.
Ramesh, you bought 3 copies of Trails to Azure. Like, so do you know if the PS4 version has the improvements that the Switch version had at the last one, and probably had in this time around? Because that's why I went Switch with those, but I have like every single other version or every other game in the series like on PS4. But I'm wondering if the PS4 version got the same kind of enhancements that the Switch version of Trails from Zero had. And essentially, I think that, okay, PS4 is still inferior. Okay. I mean, I might get the PS4 version eventually just because it's interesting to have both versions, I guess. Because, it's a big, a big difference between them. So, I mean, isn't that like, aren't we like caught up except for like that new one? Like but that's like new, came out in Japan like pretty recently, like the Trails to Reverie or something like that. Because I know there's a PS5 version of that one. And then essentially we are caught up, I think. Unless I'm missing something.
I mean, so far, I think this looks pretty nice on Switch.
Yeah.
Seems to run pretty smoothly.
Trails to Kuro 1 and 2. Like, what is that?
My fear of dragons keep me from coming to this wonderful place.
Or are those like
It's
the
an honor
newest
to be enrolled
like
with the
trilogy?
binder of Archmagnitude, Sir Gamaldor.
Archmagnitude? What'd she say? The founder of Archmagnitude? What was that word?
I don't know. Oh, magnitude? Magnitude?
She said like Archmagnitude.
Your apprentice?
I gotta love that word.
Okay,
Is-
so
is
Reverie
an
is next to the Come
archmage
West,
with
but we're still a
tude.
couple of games behind. So is Kuro, like, are those the newest one? Kuro 1 and 2? And is Reverie like the third one in the Crossbell? Or is that like its own thing?
Famous magicians. Study hard under any teacher you like. Lectures are scheduled around you. Nothing should be rushed.
I saw something about like an order to play things out in, you know, where it's like you play like the first 2 trails and then you can play
Name's Gaff. Nice to meet you.
like Zero and Azure, and then you can play Sky 3, and then I don't know, like it's all like in a weird order. Like you could play them in like the order that they take place in the world, like by year, instead of like playing like one trilogy and then another trilogy or
Anyway, I'm
whatever.
not
Like there's a way to play them where you could play them in an order of like by year in the game world, which might be kind of fun to do.
You better go get some rest.
I will, Professor. I'm looking forward to class tomorrow. Please excuse me.
I'm saying, do you have to go out? Catch me up on what happens while me and Sandy are outside.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll try. Okay, so Reverie ties it together. Was Reverie, was that a
Yes. My name is Lilith.
was that native on PS4? I mean, is it completely different, or does it use the same engine as Zero and Azure?
Only been here for 6 months.
Am I better off just getting that on the
My head is my familiar.
on the Switch just for, you know,
I'm glad there's
uniformity
someone my age.
sake?
I was a little scared of being alone.
Was there any like
Friends. Starting
transferring of save files into that?
Going to your room, right? Follow me. Oh, thank you, Margarita.
Okay, I mean it's confusing. I thought we were caught up, but
Creaks a lot.
you know it's
You should complain
still a
to
ways to
the
go,
teacher
I
in your
guess.
room as soon as possible.
How
This will be my first
how does
semester.
Falcom do it? How are they just like
I'm grateful.
that still that far ahead? Do they release one every year? I mean,
Say you should complain. There's a bunch of open rooms anyway.
like in the show in a showdown,
Always indoors.
do you think that
You're from the south, right?
who's more efficient? Is it Falcom with making Trails games, or is it
Been into the city.
um,
I had to take care of my little brothers.
the
And we lived in the countryside.
Yakuza team, Ryugo Gotatu,
Just an old
Ryogo
village.
Gotaku?
Professor Gavin,
I still mess it up.
this place may be boring, but at least they
I mean,
don't
who is faster?
I see. I heard that after we graduate, we'll even be able to enter the royal palace. We could get lucky, you know? I'll try my best. I'll become a great magician.
I mean,
for
I
my
don't
brother's sake.
know how like it'll run during gameplay, but I mean this seems totally fine on Switch so far.
I mean, it's just yeah, but I mean, it's like this is what it is.
Corey
I
Waltry's
want
got
to- I want
just
to see the gameplay
fishing his
looks
pledge list. Yeah, I mean, I should have played anything on that list other than just like being like, you know, I'm going to start some random Xbox 360 game.
That you barely even like.
This just it's fuse good.
Yeah.
But I knew that Remember Me was really short, so I was just like, you know, doing something really random like that sounds like fun. I don't know, but maybe I'll play Inside right after I finish that, and then I'll still be, you know, on target. Yeah, let's.
I mean, you got a ways to go. I
Let's
was
just
gonna
skip some
play
cutscenes and see what if we can get some gameplay here.
Undertale. And you know what, Undertale, like, is Undertale like not?
Surrounded by mana, you
It's like
must
less than 10
follow
hours.
special rules.
So
I
maybe I'll
think
play
it can
that
be
next.
quite short if you want it to be, from what I know of it.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, if it's, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably do that next.
No elf can
I'm not gonna stream that one though,
To meet you, friend of elves.
crystals are the source of magical
because I've heard that people get really upset if you don't play it a specific way.
as the elves bring mana into the room.
It's a game you'll play many times. Okay.
Into the magician's
It's not under 10 hours, but definitely play it. I mean, how long the beat said it was like 6.5 hours or something like
Show us
that.
the rune and crystal you want us to go. Here I go, Professor.
Is it longer or shorter than The Last of Us? Is the question.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm like basically like halfway through my list. And it's March 19th. But I just know that, you know, I think the last one I'm going to play is The Witcher. I can.
I feel like picking the longest game for last would make me nervous.
No, because like it doesn't make me nervous, because if I finished everything else and I don't finish that, like I would feel better than playing the longest one like early on and then barely like maybe not finishing a whole bunch of other ones.
But you shouldn't save it till like December.
I'm not gonna save it to December. I'll probably, I mean, if things go the way that I feel like they might go, like maybe I'll be playing it in like July. I'd like to finish my list before the fall.
That would be wild to me.
Yeah. I'm going to be playing it on the PS5 because I have the PS4 Complete Edition. And I did the upgrade. I'm not into, like, I'm not worried about achievements. Be worried about spending too much time on Witcher. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have that be the thing that I don't finish than potentially finishing it and then like having a whole bunch more that I didn't finish. I'll keep that in mind, Eric Fox. Swipe up on the touchpad to bring up your map. And I'm not like a big Western RPG guy, so like I'll be interested to see how if I click with it or not.
Yeah, I mean you
But I've
you have
heard that this
very
game
little experience with them.
Like it plays a lot better, like it makes the combat a lot better and stuff. So I'm glad that I will have taken the amount of time. Yeah, I'm excited about Police Nauts. Like there's been many times where I've almost started that. There's $2 from Robert Hernandez. Thank you. Saying, what's the best way to do PS5 remote play? So, for me, it doesn't apply to try, but I've done some remote play using my Steam Deck, like using that Chiaki. It was a pain in the butt to get set up because I couldn't find my like the PSN like ID, which is not like the actual real PSN ID. It's like this random like string of numbers that you have to go through a whole process to discover what it is. But once I got that all
What's
set up,
that?
like, it works pretty well.
Elf, come forth.
Chiaki.
What is it?
It's just like an app for the Steam Deck or for Linux, and you can install it on the Steam Deck. And you can make your PS5 or PS4, if you want to, think that you are connecting to it with like a Vita for remote play.
Uh,
Okay.
oops.
Elf, come forward.
Well, this is a pretty dull tutorial, but I mean, I think this looks totally nice on Switch.
Is it like a? Oh no! Is it like a tower defense type thing? Or like
I
lemmings, or what's it? What it like? I cannot tell you like what is happening at all right here.
I mean, I mean, it's back in the day, I heard it described as a real-time strategy type thing. I don't know if tower defense, if it would be the term or not, but
My favorite thing is like when we get a an email on the MLiG account saying, check out our new game. And it's like, so-and-so is a tower defense. And I'm like, nope. If it says tower defense in the first sentence, like I'm not reading the rest. There was also $2 from Joshua Helmicke a while back saying that I should welcome you back with the voice. I did welcome you back with the voice, but I didn't read the super chat. why are you so tower defensive? I don't know. Just I can't stand them.
You want something? You want something?
Well done.
Thanks, everyone.
I mean, I don't necessarily have anything innately against tower defense. I mean, Pixel Junk Monsters remains like the only one that I've ever really played, and I liked that, but
Yeah.
so
This just does not look like the kind of game that I could see myself spending like a lot of my free time playing.
Enough, Bartito. Cease bothering me. What's gotten into you? Your act is
yeah, I mean, I've always been a little unsure about the gameplay of this, just because I'm not a big real-time strategy guy. I mean, I do.
Rita was talking about.
I can like real-time strategy when it's like something really different or really designed for consoles specifically, like Pikmin or something like that. I can enjoy it in that context. And you know, obviously this is designed for consoles as well. You know, like
Yeah.
it's really like the typical like Western PC kind of design that I don't particularly like.
Psycho Fox is wondering if you've messed around with the emulation on the Series X or S in dev mode. It's blowing me away. You said you got the half price
Yeah.
Series S. Have you like done anything? with it yet?
I have installed things to it, including it came up earlier, the Metroid thing. It's there, or it's sometimes there, maybe.
So if you don't install them, like, if you install them, like they can't, like you can update them also, right? After you install them, like
So
they never go away. If you can get in.
If you install them and load them, yes.
let's do
Okay.
Today,
But yeah, I mean, I have it installed on Series X and Series S.
very, but if you
I mean, I have them installed on mine. So were you able just to like link it to your new one and install them from there?
focus.
Huh? No,
Or did you have to, like,
no,
redo 'em?
I just got lucky and they were available the day after I got the Series S.
But I mean, they're on your account though, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't know if I could have done it with them not being up. But because I saw they were up, I just went ahead and did it that way.
I see.
But I haven't really I got them installed, but I haven't
The Metroid thing. Was there a Metroid Prime?
whatever you call it, AM2R or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe you should play that then. You should stream that.
Maybe. It locked up on me though, like before I really
sweet.
did anything. but I don't know.
I wonder if I can play that on the Ambernick. Is there a port of that on the Ambernick? I wonder.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean that would be a good way to play it. I mean, in my opinion, if I could just like, I got the port of Mario 64 on there. I'll have to look it up, see if it's available on there. I'd rather play it on the Ambernick probably more than I would on the Vita. But then again, I could play it on the TV on the Vita. It's probably actually easier to do it on the PS TV. Be more convenient. I'll take a look for that. Would that be like on? Is there like a place where I could find that? You think, or would it be on like archive.org or something like that? AM2R is God. I gotta run to the bathroom. I will be right back.
Okay. Maybe when you get back, I'll load up one of the games I brought down.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, this isn't really like my genre or anything, but I think I could enjoy this. I do want to give it a chance just because it's Vanillaware, you know.
You want something?
Yeah, I did really like Samus Returns on 3DS, honestly. I think a lot of people were down on it because it was 30 frames per second, but like on the small screen, like the difference between 60 and 30 is not that big of a deal to me because like the pixels move less physical space each frame. So it's just like it's not as big of a deal as when the screen is larger and the frame rate is reduced. Like that would be really annoying and like in Metroid Dread on the TV if it was only 30, but like on the tiny 3DS screen, it did not bother me.
I'll do my best. You want something? Okay, fine.
Ah, that works nicely. Sorry, this demo is pretty much just blah, blah, blah and tutorial. But I wanted to take a look. I wonder if this demo is also on, like, PS5.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. You want something?
Yes, yes. Tutorial, tutorial, tutorial. Oh yeah, Revenant Wings. I always forget that game exists. I did play it. I played that, and I also played, what was it, Children of Mana?
Okay, it's our crystal now. Should we bring the mana to the...
In order to you must upgrade your room by 1 level.
I don't think I finished Children of Mana. I might have. I honestly don't remember. Or Heroes of Mana. That's right. It was Heroes of Mana. Yeah. I had that. I don't have that anymore.
All right.
But yeah, I finished Revenant Wings. I remember nothing about it.
All right, play something else.
Yeah. I could see myself getting Grimoire once more for a good deal sometime, though. Like, I don't know. You know, Vanillaware games. You know, I can't believe I still have never gotten, I can't believe Odin Sphere Leaf Riser or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you never got it, huh?
Yeah. And it also amazes me whenever Odin Sphere PS2 appears in a video, how many people ask what game it is? Because I feel like most people who watch our videos would know what that game is. Like I feel like it's a pretty famous game.
Maybe.
Surprised me. What do I think of Sea of Stars? That's the RPG from the Messenger devs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've not played the demo. I mean, I remember you said the same thing.
25 seconds before I said, "Yeah, I'm going to get this."
I mean, we're definitely going to get. I mean, it's got some music from Yasunori Mitsuda. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting that. I still haven't played the Messenger though. It supposedly takes place in the same universe. I should probably play through that.
The writing a little bit. It's a little bit too like internet slangy. You know, we got 111 copies left of the Blu-ray. We're getting there. We're getting.
Well, we've got more than that, but that's how many we've allotted to
right. So
be available for sale now, because we got to hold some back just in case there's shipping issues or to take to conventions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been trickling. In fact,
if we're going to beat the Midwest Gaming
notification, I think one
Classic,
sold
we'll have some
earlier in
there.
the stream. So,
yeah, I mean, it seems like
this actually had the shrink wrap on. I've like
better get them coins. Still got time. Oh no.
I've bought this game like kind of a stupid number of times, and I've never booted it.
Like
it keeps coming out. Like it came out on the Vita, and then it came out on the PS3, and then it came out on.
You have all those, huh? I do too.
Yeah, and like, cause I was like, oh well, this one's going to be the better one to play it on, and then like they kept coming out one at a time, and I kept getting more and more versions. Because I'm like, I hear this game is really good, so and it's so stupid that I've never booted it. It was shrink wrapped, so.
Are we going to VCF? I'm not familiar with VCF is.
Is that a convention?
Yeah. Whenever I get a new game, I always take it out of the shrink wrap and check for an update and see if I can get coins.
Oh wow!
I wish they made it so
that's
that
kind of weird seeing anti-aliasing options on a Switch game. I think FXAA was the default. I guess I'll just stick with it. Ooh, gyro options. I'll try that.
There's a lot of physical versions of this. There's also this is a standalone. There's also one that has like Munch and New and Tasty on it, like on one cartridge, I think, and this. Ricky Diamonds picked up Stranger of Paradise today.
Ooh, I keep wanting to start that. I honestly feel like I'm kind of gonna really like it.
Ricky Diamonds says, I picked up Stranger of Paradise for $13. Chaos mode. You know what I say to that?
Bullshit.
I wish I had a Walkman.
Have you ever seen the version of that Drum put on our Twitch alerts?
No.
I forget what category it is, but when he hits his music, it plays it plays Crazy Chocobo. Because Drum just edited it in for our version. I don't even remember what category it is on the stream.
Dennis Bolaños saying, have you ever heard of the game Endeavor RX? It's a prescription video game for ADHD. I haven't. It sounds
but that reminds me of that game that popped up on that popped up on the games that make systems look weak. Have you watched the most recent one of those on GameSack?
I watched like half of it. I think.
There was a Super Nintendo game. I forget off the top of my head what it's called, but there's a Super Nintendo game that's like, it's like designed to teach kids about asthma.
Interesting.
And it didn't.
And it makes the system look real weak.
It makes the system look weak. Like, it had awfully strange. I don't see how it actually could teach you anything useful about asthma.
Brachiosaurus? Is that what it's called? That's what Master Safer's saying.
I don't think that was the name. It was, you were a dinosaur. But
yeah.
I don't. Was that the name?
I don't know. Brachiosaurus.
Is that really the name?
Good to see you, Vanessera. I feel like I haven't seen you in here in a little bit. Hopefully work's going good for you.
Yeah, she was in the MLiG Discord earlier.
Huh. You should play. Are you gonna play Stranger of Paradise this year? That
I'd like to if I can get ahead on my.
Isn't there, like, there's some DLC coming out for it that like does like a crossover with like Final Fantasy 2 as like the main bad guy from Final Fantasy 2 in it.
Huh. The Emperor.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be really cool if they made it so that because of Stranger of Paradise, it's like it connects all the Final Fantasy games?
That'd be fun.
Somehow.
Let's see. The camera controls are wrong by default, which makes sense because it's an Xbox game.
Is it Dino City? Is that the game? Dino City. In Dino City. Oh yeah, Try has Fist Forged in Shadow Torch.
I have that. I played
like,
that at the end of a stream once.
Yeah, I need to. That's like the U.S. It got released officially in the U.S. For the PS5. I should see. I feel like it was not that expensive last time I looked. Fist Forged in Shadow Torch. I put in fists in the Amazon, and all these like superhero hand fists have come up.
Why is the vertical camera
Giant
movement,
hands,
like, so
man.
slow?
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. A Fairly Odd Novelties. It's a giant foam fist hand cooler novelty, and it has like it's a cup holder, but it's a giant foam hand. You put your hand inside of it, and it's a giant blue hand, and it has a hole for you to put a cup into. Like, imagine it's like a giant fist fist hand shaped koozie. Like, how stupid is this? It has an interior handle, and is brightly colored foam, and it says, you know what a big selling point for it is that it's funny and playful.
Oh, there you go. Wait a second. So hold.
I'll check out the link after the stream. I appreciate that, though.
The camera inversion is very strange in this.
Fist forged in Shadow Torch.
FKY, yeah.
It's $25. That's PS4 version. Give me some of that.
It's original
Just-
camera.
It's $24.80, and there's only one left in stock. Was it free on Epic?
That was cheap, little punk ass.
I mean, I wonder if this is considered the best Oddworld game. When are we gonna see his wrath?
See what?
When are we gonna see his wrath?
I don't know.
Let's
Guess I'm fighting a guy now.
My son recently watched the Minions or the Rise of Gru, and I like anytime he comes in, I'm like, oh, has Gru risen yet?
is that the 2023 equivalent or of Are You Winning, Son?
I always just say, like, you know, has Gru risen?
Does
like,
he
oh, is this
groan
like-
at this?
What?
Does your son groan when you say that?
Every single time, yeah. But he's like now he's like way into watching some Dragon Ball.
Oh
He's been
yeah.
watching Dragon Ball Super. You know what he says? He's like watching it. He had just started watching it, and like, you know, watched it for, you know, like I was watching several episodes, and I came in and I was like, so, how do you like it? He's like, it's really good. They stare at each other a lot in this. And when you say that, when you hear that, right, and immediately it's like, it, you know, that's like a Dragon Ball staple, right? Right, where they just like kind of stand, like they stare at each other for a long time.
Hey, you know what? Staring saves money.
Yes, and he's like,
It's very, very budget efficient.
yeah. It's like something that, you know, I love stuff like that because it's something that you think probably when you're watching it, but you never like think to like actually verbalize it. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, oh, that's just like part of how it is. But when you say it out loud, it's like, yeah, they do.
Get this clown onto that.
You know, it's just like it I don't know. There's something about it that makes it seem like it's I don't know, just to say it out loud like that. But he's like, oh, after I watch this, because he's watching Dragon Ball Super, which I think is the newest one. And he was talking about like like how there was a movie like versus somebody named Broly. And I just think the name Broly is hilarious. And I would like, I keep on asking him, like, "Oh, is that Broly?" And he's like, "No, Broly's like he's not in this. He's only in that movie." But I still ask him it every single time. 'Cause I just think that like the name Broly is hilarious.
I've heard that name too. So he was only in one thing. Is that true?
Well, he's like in the movie. I don't know.
He's probably. I mean, it's not like your son knows
he's
all
not,
things.
He's not in
Dragon
it
Ball.
anymore. Like I think that maybe he died in the movie.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely heard the name Broly, but I don't. I have no idea what character that is. But I've definitely heard it. Sure.
Master Safer says, "Corey, you're that dad." Broly
I
is a
feel like
movie character.
you're relishing.
Well, it's just a funny name,
It is fun.
Broly, and I'm like asking, I asked, like, I asked my son, can I like call you Broly? No, can I like just nickname you Broly? But it's funny because like I think that my son doesn't think I like know anything about it, and they're like walked in and I'm like, oh, it's Piccolo, and he's just like, wait, you know that? And I'm like, I wasn't born yesterday. So
I mean, when did Dragon Ball start? Like,
oh my god,
is it older than you?
Like when we were young.
Like, I mean, is the original manga like 70s or 80s? Probably 80s. I don't know though.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't watch it. You know, like it was not.
I saw like a few episodes that a friend would record on TV back in the day, but that's the
I guess
bulk
like
of my Dragon Ball experience.
I mean, I watched other anime, and it like by the time Dragon Ball was on TV, I don't know, like it was not as much of interest to me. The original Dragon Ball manga started in 1986. The show started in 1989, and the comic started in 94. So 84. So when did the first series like come over to the U.S.? When did they localize it? Okay, 99. That would make sense then. Like where I was in college then. Because I do remember working at EB, and when Dragon Ball like really started to get popular, and the only Dragon Ball game that had come out in the US was like Dragon Ball GT on the PS1, and like everybody wanted it, and it was just like impossible to get for a while. And it was not even new.
The controls in this game are a little strange, but it definitely of the era.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure there are some modern tweaks to it, it seems, but it's a little odd. But it seems like there are some interesting tools at your disposal.
Oh, it's the stunks that can be used to immobilize enemies. Ooh, immobilize them with a stunks.
You can bounty enemies while they are puking.
Fire the stunks at or near the outlaws. Do the stunks make them puke? Oh yeah. Oh, they're not thrown up though.
Have you ever booted this?
I on the Xbox I have the original Xbox version
Wow.
also.
The fuzzle.
Do you have the original Xbox version?
No.
So I have one more version of this than you do, which is.
Speaking
it's
of
just funny,
Xbox games that you own,
four versions of this game for some reason.
Speaking of Xbox games that you own, do you have everything or nothing on Xbox?
No.
Because I bought like a month
But
and a
you have
half
the one,
ago.
I saw your thing about having the like the PGA golf. sticker.
Oh yeah, on my copy of Nightfire, which is pretty
Yeah.
funny. But anyway, I was finally yesterday got around to finally cleaning some of those games on that big stack that I had seen around a while.
Oh, wait, you have started doing it, or you?
Well,
did?
I finally
You did?
started cleaning them, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I somehow I stupidly discovered that, because I was out and I was like I was in a Bond mood and I was like, I'm gonna buy a bunch of these Bond games from that generation that I don't have.
Yeah.
Because some of them are actually pretty decent. And it turned out I already had everything or nothing on the Xbox, and I have no memory of that. So I could give you a copy of that if you want. I'll bring it to Missouri, or not Missouri, Midwest Gaming Classic.
I'm sure.
I knew that I had Agent Under Fire for Xbox because I don't know if it's still useful, but like it was useful at a time for soft mod.
Yeah. On the Xbox.
And I thought that was the only Bond game I had on Xbox. So it turns out I had everything or nothing. Whoops.
So how many of the games did you clean?
Everything except the cartridge games. And I cleaned some cartridge games.
Do you have room for all of them? For everything? Because I mean, you said it had been like a year or something like that, right?
Well, like half a year.
Did everything like fit on the shelves?
Oh, I mean, sure.
Maybe.
But, yeah, I still have a bunch of cartridge games I need to clean. I mean, I told you I got a new shelf recently, right?
No. I mean, what did you get?
I mean, I put it in it's actually two shelves, and I put them back to back, like, because
Oh, right.
in the middle of the room, which they aren't that many. I mean, they've got quite a bit of stuff on them already, but they did free up a lot of space elsewhere. So,
ooh, we got a $4.99 from Daniel. That's Daniel's first super chat ever.
oh,
Daniel says,
First time I'm able to catch the stream live. Thanks for all the work.
"Well, thank you, Daniel. Thank you."
You when you use that and you're very like casual, normal speaking voice with the modulation, you sound like the host of Murder Party from Jackbox.
In a good way? Is that a good thing?
It's like he's like this like very like cordial, like conversational sounding serial killer with like the voice modulation. He's just like he's being very nice and very friendly, but I mean he's trying to get you killed. But like you sound like that guy.
Well, it's kind of fun. It's fun to do. I think that I'll do that for as long as I remember to do it. I'll try to do that for future donations.
How do I do this? Okay. Well, I see.
Oh, Scepter Sever is looking for all of the only on Xbox games.
Say what?
Scepter Sever is looking for all the quote only on Xbox unquote games, which is pretty cool. Like that, I've been kind of looking for Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You know, I ever since we recorded that thing, with John, I've been kind of wanting to look for that too, because even though I know very little about Buffy, I might have seen some episodes back in the day.
It's like $20.
Like the game looks kind of awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I played a bunch of it to record some footage of it, and it's good. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I never watched the show though, so I mean, I saw the movie, like the original movie. I don't know if it's backwards compatible. Oh, is there a sequel to the game? Not the same with the sequel, which isn't as good, but still fun.
Really? Sequel?
I had no
is it
idea
on
that-
Xbox or something else?
I don't know. Yeah, I saw the original Buffy movie with Christy Swanson in it. I don't know where she's at now. Wasn't she in that movie with Charlie Sheen where he was like on the run from the cops the entire movie? And they were in this like fast car. And he doesn't stop. The whole movie takes place like in this car. I don't know if she was in that or not. The Chase isn't she in that movie? Christy Swanson? Demo Kirby with $2 saying
We organized the attic today. Freed real estate. Freed real estate.
Yeah, I've been trying to clear up some space lately myself.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, some things got a little disorganized.
Shadow Mask said for $1 million, but you have to drink all liquids out of your Gatorade bottle for a year, and every time you drink, you have to spray some on your face like a hockey player. I mean, I'm not gonna turn out $1 million for that.
But I mean, you have
I would I just drink water for a year.
to do it outside.
Yeah.
Hey, stranger.
Is that a hockey player thing? Like, is that specifically hockey player?
No, it's like all.
Blisters to jail.
I feel like that's like a general sportsman thing. I mean, why would hockey players do that? I mean, it freeze on their face, maybe. I don't know.
No, I mean they're. It's just a way to, you're sweating. You're working hard. Let's play something different. Grunts and moans. Oh man, this sucks.
Need to find that bounty store.
So you were saying you've been like freeing up some space?
No, I mean, just trying to reorganize some things and stuff, and took some stuff to donate and whatnot.
Oh, cool. What are you getting rid of?
Oh, I can't even remember. Just like there were some like microphones like that I used like pre-MLiG. Or like doing nothing for me, like I donated those. Well, this is pretty neat. Definitely weird, but I mean it is Oddworld, so
Yeah, it's real odd.
you would expect it to be odd. I somehow expected this to perhaps be the least odd of the Oddworld games, but it is odd. This is true. So yeah, there's a sample of that. I guess I ended up playing that longer than I thought I would. Let's pop in another.
Let's play something else.
Okay, so this, like, I have zero clue what to expect of this.
It feels really good to like, sometimes I've like over designed some of the stuff that I've have going on like down here in the basement. And I think that like after I finish with that ROM hacks video at the beginning of April, like I'm going to just like film the studio tour like as my next
That's
video.
what people want. That's the video people want.
Yep. I'm just gonna do it.
So I do not really know what to expect of this. Like I was like fairly unsure if I even wanted it. But I got it. Like the thing about it is like the art style is definitely not like era.
It's the Whistler Faces, isn't it? The people who did
Who?
Isn't it?
What company?
Developed by Bonus XP. I thought it was like Z-Boyd Games or whatever. Is Z-Boyd Games still around? Have they released anything
I
new
haven't
in a
heard
while?
about Z-Boyd since like
Cosmic Star Heroine.
yeah.
Heroine. Adam C wants me to say one thing with the voice modulator, and that is
Shepard.
is that it? Is that what you wanted? Is that a Mass Effect?
That was very good. You 100% sounded like are they Krogans? Is that what they were called?
Oh.
Shepard.
Oh, Z-Boy released a Shakespeare-inspired JRPG about magical girls recently.
Oh, I'm into that pre-rendered spinny stuff on that. That was pretty good. Oops, did I just skip stuff? I guess I might have skipped stuff.
I mean, does this like tell the story of the
I mean, it's Stranger Things
The
3,
season?
so it's like the one in the mall.
yeah.
Mike's sprite's pretty weird looking.
Yeah. Now do assuming control.
I guess.
Assuming control. You will know pain, Shepard.
There's no other games in this series. It's such a weird thing, especially in a post season 4 world.
Yeah. Because this is like the season that I remember like the least about.
Really, I mean the mall stuff. I think
The mall stuff is
like the
very
best stuff in
cool,
the
but
entire
like
series,
I felt like it advanced the overall plot the least.
Hmm.
But like this is so weird because it's like I don't know. I mean, this could be neat, but it's like the thing that's always it's just I don't like how it like it's like, oh, let's make it pixelated. That's 80s. It's like this looks nothing like an 80s video game.
Yeah. Play something else.
I just wanted to take a look at it. I have no idea. No, I didn't save that for last for a reason.
Okay.
I think this next one will be a lot cooler.
Master Safer wants me to say this.
Too real to be real.
I mean, I don't know how that goes across.
Whoa, what? I didn't expect this to put 2 things on my dashboard.
What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Oh yeah, it's got like the original version,
I
and like the remastered.
I didn't know about that. Is it the same game but just like in a different engine or something?
I don't know. Yeah, the quality of the voice sounds pretty good,
It does.
but I mean, it's just like it's just an effect on this thing. The rest of the
Fake
effects,
DOS.
what?
This is a fun way to boot it up.
Oh, that's cool. Loading Gibbs. That's good. It's real convincing. I
Have
mean,
you
it's
not
hard
played
to be
this?
convincing.
Oh, I like these categories. Look, feel, sound. Ooh, gyro settings.
I mean, is this an old game or is it a new game and they just like
It's a new game and an old game style.
that's cool.
This is one of these that John really loves.
Yeah. Okay. So Dusk 82 is a little mini game they made like an old Atari game.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dingus Squirt says Dusk is so good.
Yeah, there's always like some like new retro style boomer shooter on John Linneman's end of the year list every year, and this was
Every
on there
year.
one year.
I got another set of Joy Cons
I'll go
recently just
easy
because
for now. Huh?
I got another like just because I had like no extra Joy Cons. I got an extra set so that because my kids wanted to we got Switch Sports and
Oh yeah.
We needed extra Joy-Cons for that.
Kill the intruder.
I mean, it's just good to have an extra set, I guess. Ooh. It's like double fisting those, dual wielding those sickles. It's like knocking that boulder around.
Can I pick up another weapon? I guess this is all I got. How do I lift barrel?
Ooh, can you like
Oh, I
hit him
can
when
like
he's dead? Will he gib?
I can physics things.
There's a buzzsaw or a saw blade on top of that.
The
Henry
gyro
Clark,
movement
I should
feels
actually
real
play that
jittery,
too.
so I might turn that off.
I've never played all the way through Doom. I mean, I guess that would make me a Doom poser. I played the shareware, but I've played through, I think, like the first episode and like half the second one, but I've never played all the way through it. I know it's unacceptable, really.
Like
And-
the boomer shooter has been something I have really come to appreciate.
Yeah.
Over
I mean, have you
past
finished the
several-
entire original Doom?
Mm-hmm. Drum and I did it in co-op several years ago.
Oh.
We played most of Doom 2, but we haven't finished it. I love how this feels like this is like pre Half-Life 2, but it's got like physicsy stuff going on. Like it's interesting seeing that type of stuff added onto a style of game of this age.
I mean, that's true. Like, I should definitely. I mean, I haven't finished Quake either,
Oh, dual wield now.
or Quake 2.
I love like the lack of reloading in games of this style and stuff. Like the speed of the movement,
Yeah.
the general like kind of flow of the level design, like sort of the exploratory aspect.
I mean, if I was gonna play through, I'd probably play the PS1 version, since I don't know if that's like a bad one to play.
I
But
mean,
no, it's considered to be good, but like I wonder if it's.
I guess so, but I mean,
It shouldn't be like the way I played originally, probably.
I mean, I don't know how good they like. I think there were problems.
No, I mean, it is good.
Weren't they fixed like some of the problems with like the PS4 and Xbox, like modern versions?
Oh yeah, that's true. I could do those.
That's probably how I would do it. I mean, Drum and I played it co-op on like PC with like GZ Doom, which is like what I used to play. That's what I used to play. Chex Quest when I streamed that a few years ago. And Tick! I love that boomstick flipping. Look at that. That's great. Mighty.
I'm not gonna play it with like modern trappings, like ray tracing, global illumination. The first time I mean, I thought that the PS1 version is supposed to be pretty good. I mean, I could just play it. I have it on the
Play what?
Xbox. the original, like Doom on the PS1.
I mean, I
It's
think
like a
that
different
version's still
soundtrack, though.
pretty good. Don't I mean
Yeah.
you have the 32X version, which is also kind of good, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I could just play it on the Xbox. I mean, I think I have the PS4 version also. I can do that.
Oh, that slide's pretty cool. Oh, level complete.
I mean, it's just one of those games I've played a lot of it, but I've never played it. I've never finished it.
The y-axis is unlocked by default. Do a flip. Can I lock the y-axis? Actually,
Oh yeah, there's the ROM hack of the 32X game.
vertical flipping.
That's true. I'll do that.
What does that mean?
Maybe that's what I should do. I should do the recording and streaming in the Discord, and just like take people's like suggestions and play them like right there and check them out.
What does that mean? I don't get what that means.
Oh, Demo Kirby has a good suggestion saying that the Doom is a great level of the day. Great level a day game. Play one level every day.
What about great level a day?
Yeah, Doom. Play one level a day.
Oh,
Doesn't feel like overwhelming. I mean, not that the game would feel overwhelming at all anyways.
the shotgun is so fun to watch. How it
And it's just like
animates.
clips like through not even like this. I mean, isn't that what's happening? It's like clipping when it spins. You can like see inside it. Like half of it disappears.
I saw, gosh, I can't remember what it was called. I saw just the other day a video for some, gosh, I guess it was a PC game maybe? With like Bruce Campbell from like a long time ago, and it was in space, and like the opening narration was like just straight up Evil Dead. It was kind of great.
Is it a game?
It was a game. Like it looked like it might have been like a X-Wing versus TIE Fighter type of thing, maybe? Which is not, like, I'm not, like, huge into, like, dogfighting games. But I liked Bruce Campbell being Bruce Campbell. Yeah, this is quite good.
What's that
Seems
say?
like
Does that say Sinner?
Yeah. This is quite good. I'm excited to play through this now.
You should play this before you play any game on your.
Whoa, that scarecrow. I looked at the other scarecrow and it didn't. Oh man, like I love how he's walking all slow. It's like, it's pretty creepy. I mean, this feels like a good game to save for the fall, you know?
Save for the what?
Save for the fall,
Yeah.
you know? But anyway, yeah.
Is it $60 good? I don't think this is $60. Or is that what it's selling for now? I wonder.
I'm going real quick before we stop. I'm going to check out what Dusk 82 is.
Dusk AE2.
Before I was born.
Yep. New blood.
Use item. Oh, I see. Oh, it's
That's cool
like
they included this though.
they only move when you move, or they might move when you move, like a roguelike.
Oh, yes. Sorry about that, InGen UK. I apologize. There was 5 pounds of InGen UK 8 minutes ago.
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
really sorry about that. But it said
Almost got Sega Model 3 emulator working on Steam Deck. I can't wait to play Daytona 2. How's the Steam Deck going for you guys? What are you playing on it?
I keep forgetting that you have a Steam Deck.
me too. I mean, I mainly turn on mine to see like what is updated. I just like haven't played anything too much on it in general. We did just get a code for Dead Cells, which I redeemed and downloaded onto it.
Oh yeah, we were saying you should stream that.
Yeah. And what else? Freedom Planet 2. Played a little bit of it. Seems like that's like basically there's not really any updates coming out for it anymore.
It's gonna get me killed.
But I've played surprisingly little of my Steam Deck.
It seems like you got quiet all of a sudden. I don't know if you bumped something on your mixer.
I shouldn't have.
Maybe
I
you
don't
just
know.
started talking quiet.
Yeah, I might have just been. But maybe I'll do that as a stream, like in like the next month or so.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious to see the game because I don't know anything about it. Like I mean, the Castlevania stuff looks pretty awesome, so I would want to be interested in the game.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if it's my kind of thing or not.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll play next week. See how it goes. Freedom Planet was only kind of busted when it first came out.
Yeah,
But
I
it
think it
seems
got
like it's
fixed
been
fairly
thoroughly
quickly.
patched
Yeah.
now. I wonder when we'll get a console release for it.
Are there's not even digital console versions yet?
No.
That's surprising. It's taking that long.
Castlevania stuff is only 2 levels. Huh.
Really? Why was
But I
there
mean-
like this whole like big deal animated intro for it and stuff then?
I mean, it's 2 levels, but it's randomly generated, right? So it's just like a section or something. I don't know. And very easy. The main Dead Cells game is not for everyone.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be for me or not. Well, I mean, you can play that, and then, you know, if it doesn't hold
I
our
was either going
interest...
to play that or the Ninja Warriors.
Say what?
I was either going to play that or the Ninja Warriors.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, you can play other things on your Steam Deck. Did you ever get satisfied with
Oh, the output, like you mean the video output?
the
stuff?
docking? Yeah, because you've never
Yeah,
you were going
yeah,
to
I
stream
mean-
it, but you were having issues, right?
Right. It's been fixed up now. You can do Switch type things where you can set a resolution for the output.
Okay.
and it's like we'll just stay that. I mean, I don't know, like doing 4K 60 is an option for that, but I'm not sure if it. I don't think that it affects how the games run. I think it will upscale it to 4K, but I've just been doing 1080p 60.
I see. Um. You know, I saw that a few days ago. Richard did a review of the newer Ioneos, which are
Yeah,
apparently like kind of crazy powerful. Like
yeah,
I mean I bet they're I didn't look up the price, but I bet they're pretty expensive.
yeah. I don't know. I saw that on there, but
I mean it's interesting. Like, you know, I don't have a ton of interest in PC gaming, but I do like the idea of consoleized PC hardware. So, you know, is that space evolves and you know prices maybe become competitive. Like I could see myself getting something like that at some point. It's just
I mean, I'm sure it's powerful. But like the battery life, I'm sure is just like not
yeah,
very
but
good.
the thing is, like, I don't have any PC games that would even need
Right,
more power than a Steam Deck. If
right.
PC games I own are even compatible with it, I don't even
Yeah,
know. I don't even know if anything in my Steam library would run on it.
yeah,
I mean, I got that Series S really for the purposes of like what I would probably even want to do with a Steam Deck, which is just have like a consoleized box that I can like record emulation footage on when I need to, right?
I guess. Yeah,
You know, you know that's the main reason I got that, just to make it that easy to use. You know, I don't have a lot of need for a Steam Deck. I mean, it's cool and interesting. How do you think the Steam Deck feels to hold? Like it
oh,
looks,
I think it feels great to hold.
yeah, it looks bulky.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, I feel like the ergonomics are really great on it.
Hmm.
I mean, it's too hot to handle, too cold to hold. That's what they say, at least. I tend to agree. Is that gonna do it for this week?
I guess that'll do for this week. Sorry, it was a little scattershot and puttering around and didn't exactly stick very long with the things that I initially planned to do.
Oh, it's fine. Thanks to everybody who donated today. I
Yeah,
hope everyone has a great week. Look for the video in the next couple days. Ideally, like by Tuesday, is
cool.
when it'll happen. I mean, that's the intent, unless something crazy comes up at work. But it's all shot as just like slotting stuff in now.
Cool.
All right, everybody.
Excellent.
Take care.
Good night.